G'day, I'm Mike and I'm an idiot. I forgot to show you how to add images to your PDF yesterday. So let me walk through that now so that you can see all of the different ways to do it. So yesterday, we had four approaches if you consider approach 0, which was formatting the Google Doc into a PDF manually. I'm discounting that. I'm also discounting approach 1 that we talked about yesterday. Approach 2 was to ask your friendly AI to create a professional HTML document because it's very, very good at creating HTML. But then we have to figure out how to download the HTML and turn it into a PDF. But it does create a really good design that way. And so with the images, what I'm going to do is give you an updated prompt that mentions the images in the prompt. Also mentions what it should do with the images and how to deal with those. And then all you have to do is drop in your screenshots. Now, I'm assuming that you're doing this the way that I did it on day one. I've got 2 images for each competitor. I've got one image, which is the top of the page, and then one image, which is the full screen version of the page. I think I limited that to 7,000 pixels high. You can change that. There's no, it doesn't matter. If you want to change this a little bit, just change the prompt or just say to Claude, I don't know if this is going to work. You don't need to ask me for permission or Claude for permission. You just change it. Ask Claude, how do I change this? Use the play dumb strategy. Instead of barking orders at Claude, say, this is the goal. This is where I want to get to. How do we do this? That's a great prompt for all AI. So you can do it that way, but you still got that whole problem of this gives you HTML, not PDF. So what we want to do is go back into the skills. Remember how to get there, settings, then capabilities, scroll down to skills, delete the existing skill from yesterday. And then I'm going to give you a new one called competitor intelligence report. So it's got more detail about this specific thing that we're trying to build rather than just creating a general PDF. And then same thing, roughly, as before. We're going to drop in our analysis. Remember, that's just the copy and paste from your Google Doc with all of the stuff in there. Then your your images, whether it's the 6 that you've done or you've done 8 competitors. I've got, again, a screenshot for the top of the page, which I'm going to have early on in the document. You'll see it in a second. And then a long screenshot, which comes further on in the document. You don't have to do both. And then we're basically just going to kick that off, tell it to use the competitor intelligence report PDF or intelligence report skill, either will work. Give it the images, and then it will create a downloadable PDF this time, not HTML, but a PDF with the images in. So here we go. Competitive landscape. These are the top images. So all I've done for this is I have named my images Smile Solutions top, CLDC top. And then all the way down at the bottom here, page 17, I think it is, we have the long pages. So again, for those, I just named my images Smile Solutions full, CLDC full. Your naming convention doesn't matter too much. The AI is generally smart enough to work that out. And if you want it to change the layout of these, if you would prefer, I don't know, bigger images, 3 across, and then a second page with 3 bigger images, again, just have a chat to Claude and ask it to create that. The main thing to note here is just to delete the skill that I gave you yesterday, what was that called? Adds to AI PDF creation skill. Don't use that one anymore. For this specific report at least, add the new skill that you'll find here somewhere on Circle, competitor intelligence report skill. Drop that in on the capabilities page. Kick it off with a very, very simple prompt because the skill's doing all the heavy lifting. So we don't have to use a prompt like this with all of the detail in the prompt because the skill has all of that packaged up with examples and CSS examples and code snippets. That's all built into the skill. So once you've got the skill attached to Claude, it can do everything. So this is much closer now to what I showed you right at the beginning on day 1, which was the skill running inside my brain, where I just ask it to do something like this. The difference there is that it is doing all of the work. It's doing all of the work to build that analysis document, to go off and look at all of the websites, to bring all of that information together, to synthesize it and create all of those sections. It's also taking my 12 screenshots, and then it's doing this final step of mushing all that together and creating the gorgeous PDF. It does all of that from a sentence in a few minutes. That's why I love using the brain, which obviously is part of the Ads to AI membership. I hope that helps. I hope that enables you to create beautiful looking PDFs. And I hope I see you in the February challenge. See ya.